guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to Farr Digital Media. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about how you guys can create a podcast. Becoming an influencer or content creator is one of the fastest growing jobs that younger kids and people want to do. Everybody wants to quit their 9-to-5 job, become an influencer, content creator, podcaster, but how do you do it? That's what we're going to be talking about today. So hit that like button, subscribe, do it right now, like and subscribe. All right, let's jump into this. So the first thing that you guys are going to need to do is to figure out what in the world you're going to talk about. You know, each podcast, in my opinion, should represent something, right? Maybe you guys have passion about fitness or travel or hiking or animals, whatever it may be. You need to target your podcast around a certain niche. What this does is it helps you narrow in on your audience so you can keep your audience together. Having a niche that you have passion about and understand and just love to learn about will make the podcast more engaging because you're not going to just be talking like this. You're going to be engaged. You're going to want to know information. You're going to be asking questions if you guys have guests on there. And it's just going to be better for everybody. Now, after you figure out what your podcast is going to be about, the next thing is to come up with a name. You guys can use sites like ChatGPT or other AI sites to help you with this. All you have to do is give a prompt to it and say, hey, I have a podcast about animals. What are some name ideas? And it will list a whole bunch. After you guys do that, I would highly recommend going to Canva and creating a profile picture. Make sure your profile picture is the right parameters for your hosting site, but we'll talk about that here now. Now, after you guys have a niche, have a podcast title, and a good profile picture, I would recommend looking at distribution sites. You're not going to just post it on one site and that's it. What I would highly recommend doing is to look up distribution sites. There's a whole bunch of them out there. You can even use sites like YouTube or whatever sites they offer nowadays. One of the ones that I would recommend is Spotify. Spotify is a brand name, and you guys can use the RSS feed and promote it on any podcast site out there, like Apple Podcasts, like YouTube, and whatever it may be. But make sure you guys can distribute your podcast with one place. I would recommend Spotify. Being able to distribute your podcast is super important because some people may use Apple Podcasts, other people may use Spotify, and you don't want to privately post on those. You just want to be able to post it one place, then it sends it to all the platforms. Now we're already off to a great start, and make sure you guys like and subscribe. After we have a niche, a name, a profile picture, and a distribution site, what is the next? To start filming. Now, starting to film is super important, and what I would recommend doing is to actually film about 3 or 4 videos, and then post them all at once so your content and your audience has several videos, several podcasts where they can actually listen to and figure out what you're going to be talking about. Maybe one's going to be an intro, and then 3 are going to be just other podcast. From each podcast that you create, my recommendation is to actually re-listen to it and see what you can improve on. Just with anything, any content creation, any content you make, you always can improve on. So rewatch it and see what you don't like, and so you don't make that mistake for the future. Now you may be saying, Carter, I don't know how to film. I don't know how to use a microphone or anything like that. Well, guess what, guys? I got you. You don't need super expensive equipment to start filming a podcast. I would recommend click record, go on a podcast app on your phone. I'll put one right here, like Podcastle or any other podcast, and just start recording, guys. With anything, the more experience you have, the better off you're going to be. Your first 10, 20 podcasts are not even going to be that good. You're going to rewatch them in 2 years and be like, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? What did I do? And the thing is, guys, is everybody wants to be a podcaster, but here's a statistic for you that everybody wants to be a podcaster, right? So if you post more than 5 podcasts, you are already more successful than about 90% of podcasters, because a lot of people love to start it, but they don't want to actually do it. They don't want to put in the work, and the work they put in, maybe they've spent 4 hours on a video or a podcast, and then they post it and it gets 30 views. And they're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be hard. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But with anything, you just got to be consistent and work at it. It's like going to the gym. If you go to the gym one time, you're not going to get in shape. If you go 2 times, you're not going to get in shape. You just got to go consistent. And then somewhere along the line, you start losing weight, you start looking good, you start feeling in shape. Now, after you guys are consistent and you're posting, you're going to start making money, right? You're going to make money off ads. A lot of these sites like Spotify, like we talked about, they have monetization where you can actually make money off ads and you can work with sponsors and work with companies. And the great thing about this, guys, is you can start making money. And the recommendation I would give you is to just reinvest all of it back into your podcast, right? Get good audio equipment. Have nice visuals in the background, and just enjoy yourself. Don't make it a job. Make it something you actually enjoy doing and it won't feel like work. Reinvesting in yourself with podcasts or content creation is huge. Now let's talk about a little pro tip that I would recommend doing. One of the things that I would recommend doing is for each podcast you create, you actually want to make about 3 shorts from it. So videos under 1 minute where you can post them on YouTube Shorts, on TikTok, on Instagram. What this will do is it will help generate buzz about you. It will have viewers because actually most people will watch that type of content. And then they will think, well, I want to watch more of this. I want to watch more of this. And what do you know? You'll build up an audience on other platforms that will convert to increasing in views on your podcast, guys. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys have any questions and you want me to help you with your podcast, check out Farr Digital Media down below. It's our amazing company I created. So check that out with any help you guys may have. And like, subscribe. Take care, everyone.